In this episode, we're going to discuss a big campaign from Crafty.AI. I'm Mark Fidelman of Fanatics Media. Joining me is Matt Poulton, founder and chief scientist of Crafty.AI. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you, Mark.
Great to have you, Matt. I'm very excited, especially about what you're doing and what you're and all that. But let's talk about today.
Okay, that sounds great. We have a number of clients. One of our clients that was an early adopter of our technology is a group called Lending Times. They produce a blog and a podcast for the lending industry. They have a really large audience. So the owner of Lending Times, he's a really technical guy, and so as soon as he engaged with our product for the first time, he was able to kind of comprehend everything that was going on in the background, and so there was a good initial connection, and that's the campaign we'll discuss today.
Okay, now let's break it down. Why did they run this campaign, and how did Crafty.AI help?
Okay, great. So their desire is to reach out to everyone in the lending space. You have all different types of groups, right? You have groups that are interested in peer-to-peer lending. You have student loan lending, home lending. And so they're very interested in leveraging Crafty.AI specifically because we go after the industry as a whole, but we consume all information, parse all information, process all information, and we're able to kind of slice and dice and get specifically a personal conversation going with the influencer in the space that they want to direct to.
Why weren't they doing this before with other technologies, and why you?
I think the reason they were interested in what I was doing was along the lines of the fact that not only does the company Crafty consume the information, but we use chatbot technology to actually build out the information that they use to reach out to the influencer. And so in a way, it automates a lot of their kind of creative thought and marketing efforts to know what to say, the right thing to say to the influencers, and they can just flip the switch, and that's happening for them.
Was the bot talking to the influencer? Was it that kind of interaction, or was it just trying to find the right influencers? What exactly did it do?
Yeah, a great question. So the bot, initially what it does is it consumes all the information from the industry related to whatever aspect of the industry they want. It understands all the language flowing in real time. And so as soon as someone says something that's interesting and they are a true influencer in the space, it analyzes what they've been talking about and then reaches back to them with what they've been talking about, which all increases the likelihood of engagement.
Okay, and what were the goals of the campaign? What were they trying to accomplish?
The specific goal of the campaign is, number one, just to drive traffic. And so as we analyze the information in the industry and kind of handcraft these messages that go out to the influencers, we embed links to wherever our client wants that individual to go. And then embedded in the link is a number of tracking mechanisms. And so we can actually track them from the handcrafted message being created to being sent out to being engaged with, going to the website, and then there's additional calls to action that can come from that once that influencer has engaged with our client.
So what were the outcomes? What were the statistics and campaign successes that you want to talk about with this campaign?
The statistics are kind of broken down in a few different ways. Number one is just simply how many people have we been able to get in touch with. Number two, we're able to, well, I guess the additional metrics that would be of interest is how many people actually came to the website. And then three, the other metric is it just allows our client to become an influencer.
Okay, well, on that note, how do people reach you? I mean, your website is in your name, like Crafty.AI. Is there any other ways of reaching you so that people can check this out a little further?
Sure. You can reach me across most social networks on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Crafty, obviously the website. You can, or my email, matt@crafty.ai.
Okay, Matt. Well, thanks again. Thanks for joining us. This is definitely something I want to talk to you more about because I can see many different applications. I want to see how far we can stretch this, but really appreciate you being on the show, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, great. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate your time.